Hey there, it's Dave with FlipperForce, and I'm excited to introduce to you our brand new, completely revamped Task Manager tool that you can use to manage all of your daily tasks and to-dos for your house flip project. So I've got the Task Manager open here. The very first thing that we need to do is add a new task list, which can be used to manage groupings of tasks that you need to get done on your house flip project. So you'll notice that we've got two different options here. You can use a task list template, or you can just build a task list from scratch. One of the new features we added in was pre-built FlipperForce task list templates for every phase of your house flip project. So now we've got 14 task checklists that you can quickly load in to the Task Manager in a matter of seconds. You can see we've got some checklists for purchasing the property, so a checklist for submitting an offer, going through the property inspections and doing your due diligence. Once you get a property under contract, you're going to want to start planning out the property. So we've got some checklists in here for starting to plan the project, doing the contractor bidding, planning out the rehab, the purchase closing process, and then starting up your rehab. And then once construction starts, we've got some checklists for managing the demolition phase, the rough-in phase. We've got some weekly project management and weekly project accounting checklists. And then finally, once you do get done with your rehab project, we've got some checklists for closing out the rehab, for getting your property listed, for negotiating with the home buyer, and then getting your property sold and listed on the market. So let's show you one of these templates here. Let's show you the rough-in phase template. If you click Learn More, it's just going to show you a brief preview showing you all of the tasks that are included in this checklist, so that way you can review that before you load it in there. So let's click Use Template here, which is going to quickly load that task template into our Task Manager. So you can see here in a matter of seconds, we've loaded in 13 task list items for the rough-in phase. So this rough-in phase checklist has a bunch of different items in it for managing the rough-in phase. So you can see it starts by doing the rough-in planning and coordination, going out to the property, doing a pre-construction walkthrough with your MEP contractors, your framing contractors, making sure they have all the wall locations laid out properly, doing your quality control inspection. So once your framer gets done doing the framing, going out to the property, making sure that you're doing a quality control inspection to make sure all of the framing was done according to the plans. And then once you get done with that, inviting out the local building department to do their framing inspection. Once the framing gets approved, you can start on your electrical, plumbing, and HVAC work. You're going to want to go out to the property, make sure that you're coordinating with your plumbing and electrical contractors on where those plumbing and fixture locations are going to go, where those electrical devices, those switches, lights, and outlets are going to be installed. And then once you get done plumbing out the property, rewiring the property, installing all the fixtures, you're going to want to do a quality control inspection. Again, going out to the property, making sure that the MEP contractors have installed all of those plumbing fixtures in the property where you want them to be installed. And then finally, again, inviting out the local building department to do their inspections of the MEP rough-in that your contractors did on the property. So that's a pretty detailed checklist for the rough-in phase. Again, 13 items quickly loaded into the Task Manager in a matter of seconds. And basically what you can do is once you get that loaded into the Task Manager, you can start assigning due dates. So let's say that we are going to want to get the rough-in and planning coordination done by this Friday. We're going to be doing a pre-construction walkthrough next Monday, lay out the wall locations. So you can just quickly assign due dates here. You don't necessarily have to assign a due date. If there's not a actual due date for it, you can just leave it blank. But if you've got a specific due date, you can plug that in here and you can use that to assign a due date for that item. And then you can also assign a priority, urgency, high, medium, low. So we're going to want to get that rough-in planning coordination done as quickly as possible. Same thing with the walkthrough. So you can assign a priority based upon the urgency of getting that done. And then you can also assign responsibilities to individuals in your account. So you can assign it to yourself. So if you're the only one that's responsible for doing it, you can assign it to yourself. If you've got somebody else in your team that also needs to be looped into that specific task, or they need to help you get that done, you can assign a task to them. And our system is going to automatically send them an email notification when they're assigned to a task. So Dennis Nielsen, when he got assigned to that task, he's going to automatically get an email notification sent to him saying, Dave Robertson assigned you to a task to attend the rough-in pre-construction walkthrough on August 10th. So it's those new email notifications that we're adding into the platform. Those are really going to help with the collaboration and communication inside the platform if you are working with a project team on your house flip projects. And then finally, you can also do attachments. So you can see, you can drag and drop maybe a checklist or a document. If you want to add a specific attachment to a task item, you can also comment on stuff. So if you want to tag somebody on something or make sure that they're aware of something, let's just say, are you attending the walkthrough? Not very good spelling there. So if somebody else is assigned to that task, they're going to automatically get a notification when somebody comments on a task. So again, we've added in new collaboration functionality, so that way everyone on your project team can collaborate on getting stuff done on your checklists. You'll also notice that we've added in new functionality for sorting and filtering your data. So you'll notice that you can sort and filter your data by status. So tasks that are due today, due tomorrow, due this week, or overdue. You can also sort by your team members. So if you want to see everything that you have to do personally in the task manager, you can sort to show only the tasks that you have to do. Or if you want to see what Dennis is up to, you can sort to see what your other teammates in the account are up to as well. And then you can sort by priority, so that way if you're wanting to see only the urgent items, you can sort to see just the urgent items in your task manager. And then finally, we added in the search functionality here, so that way if you're having trouble finding a specific task in the task manager, you can sort to see just the plumbing tasks in the task manager here. And then another functionality that we added in here was functionality for exporting your data. So you can copy all of this data to your clipboard, so that way you can paste it into an Excel spreadsheet or a Word document, wherever you need to paste it to. You can export it directly to a spreadsheet. So if you use the CSV option, it'll export it to a CSV spreadsheet file. So you can see now we've got it in Microsoft Excel, and then we can really customize this and do whatever we want with it. Otherwise, you can also export it to a PDF. So if you need to print the report to a PDF document that you can share and bring to the job site and give to your contractors or employee, you can print off a hard copy that way. And then once we get done customizing this task list, we can save this task list as a template. So you can use our pre-built checklist starter templates as a way to help you get started. Then you can go in here and you can customize everything to how you want it to be for your specific business. And then once you get done doing that, you can save that as a template. So let's call this Dave's custom rough-in phase template. And then you can just give it a brief description of what it is. And once you do that, it's going to save that task template to your own personal company workspace database, and you can reuse that task template on future projects. So next time you log into the task manager and you want to create a new task list, you'll see an option to use our FlipperForce pre-built templates here. So let's show you that real quick. Let's add in a new task list. We're going to say use a task list template. Once you click on that, you'll see that you have an option to use our FlipperForce templates, or you can use your custom templates. So we've got our pre-built task templates in here. You'll see a tab for custom templates. And now you can see we have Dave's custom rough-in phase template. And if we load that in here to the task manager, it's going to load all 14 of those tasks directly into the task manager in a matter of seconds. So you can see we've got all of those tasks that we previously saved with that other task list. It's got all of our names, our descriptions, our notes, and our priorities pre-saved in there. So that way you can quickly reuse that task template on future projects that you've created in your FlipperForce account. So that's a quick overview of all of the major changes that we made to the task manager. If you have any specific questions or have any suggestions or feedback, let us know.